Welcome to this week's edition of Hematology Updates, covering the latest breakthroughs. Brought to you by LucidQuest, the UK's Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency has granted conditional approval for Autolus Therapeutics' CAR-T therapy, Aucatzyl, branded as Aucatzyl, for adults with relapsed or refractory B-cell precursor acute lymphoblastic leukemia. The approval, based on the pivotal FELIX study, showed a 12-month survival rate of 81% and remission in 55% of patients. Administered intravenously, Aucatzyl uses patient-derived T-cells to target CD19. The conditional marketing authorization allows early access while additional data are collected. In acute myeloid leukemia, Actinium Pharmaceuticals reports strong preclinical efficacy for its targeted radiotherapy, Actimab-A, in genetically diverse AML models. The therapy demonstrated synergistic anti-leukemic activity in the presence of FLT3, TP53, KMT2A, and NPM1 mutations. It showed compatibility with azacitidine, FLT3, and menin inhibitors. Delivered via an actinium-225 payload and targeting CD33, Actimab-A is currently being evaluated in phase 2 and 3 studies with venetoclax, ASTX727, and CLAGM. The FDA has cleared Ingenium Therapeutics' Gengleucel for a direct phase 2 trial in measurable residual disease-positive AML, bypassing phase 1. This NK cell therapy is the first to use MRD negativity as a primary endpoint. Over 140 patients have already been treated in South Korea, where early safety and efficacy have been confirmed. The Phase 2 trial is set to begin in U.S. centers in early 2026. In chronic lymphocytic leukemia, the EMA's Committee for Medicinal Products for Human Use has recommended approval of Calquence combined with venetoclax, with or without obinutuzumab for previously untreated patients. Findings from the Amplify trial showed up to a 58% reduction in risk of disease progression versus chemoimmunotherapy. The fixed-duration, oral BTK inhibitor-based regimen represents a significant treatment shift. At the 3-year mark, median progression-free survival had not been reached in the trial arms. Genmab is preparing to submit a supplemental biologics license application for epcoritamab combined with rituximab and lenalidomide in relapsed follicular lymphoma. Data from the EPCOR-FL1 Phase 3 study showed a statistically significant overall response rate, with a p-value of less than 0.0001. The company plans FDA submission in the first half of 2025, with global filings to follow. No new safety concerns were reported. Genocury has announced compelling clinical data using in vivo CAR-T technology in relapsed or refractory diffuse large B-cell lymphoma. The treatment achieved full remission in patients without lymphodepletion. This CD19-targeted CAR-T avoided both cytokine release syndrome and immune effector cell-associated neurotoxicity. Because it eliminates the need for ex vivo engineering, this innovation could reduce both treatment cost and toxicity and broaden access to CAR-T globally. The FDA has granted fast-track designation to BioInvent's BI-1908, a first-in-class anti-TNF-R2 antibody for patients with cutaneous T-cell lymphoma, including mycosis fungoides and Sézary syndrome. Interim data from a Phase 2A trial reported 3 partial responses and 1 case of stable disease among heavily pretreated patients. Fast Track status enables rolling review and may expedite OA's approval timelines. Finally, the European Commission has approved Regeneron's Lynozyfic, a bispecific antibody targeting BCMA and CD3, for relapsed or refractory multiple myeloma after at least 3 prior therapies. In the linker MM1 trial, Lynozyfic achieved a 71% overall response rate, with 50% of patients attaining complete response or better. The therapy offers response-adapted dosing every 4 weeks following response onset and provides a new treatment option for heavily pretreated patients. Stay ahead in hematology research. Like, share, and subscribe for weekly updates. Visit lqventures.com or email us at info@lqventures.com for expert healthcare consulting.